A lot of talk, no action at all, just a lot of talk, but positive things. Roll the intro and let's talk about it. And welcome back to our vending session with Italy, Jen, and Leslie. Hello. How you doing?
Good, good. How are you?
It's been quite a day, but I'm here
Uh-huh.
and I'm happy. Could spend time with you tonight on the pod. It's going to be eventful, as we like to call
Yeah,
it since last week. Eventful, but nothing done, just a lot of talk.
lots
But
of talk.
but as we have talked about before, there's a lot of pictures that are coming into play. There's even some batting coming into play. But where would you like to start when it comes to this? I'm thinking more of pitching, but where would you like to go?
Pitching is good. We can start there and end with everyone's dream of
There
scenario.
you
So
go. I
let's
love
let's
that.
go.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Start us off.
I mean, um, as of today, I think it was today,
Yes. Yes.
Nick Pavetta, um, declined their qualifying offer. So I'm not terribly upset about this. I don't know about you, but like
Nah.
I feel like it gives us some money to move other places, and I think it could be really beneficial to the Sox. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh no, I've wanted him gone. I want Crawford gone too. So I think this is a good move, and we also end up with a second round pick. And
Yeah,
when we have done that, we have drafted Campbell and Montgomery. So that's I'm very happy with this. Um, Nikki P, thanks for the memories, but I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
I mean they're talking. There's that possibility of like Snell or oh my gosh, my mind just went blank. Who's my other one that I've had on?
Snell, Burns, Fried.
Burns. Yeah, Garrett Crochet also in the mix a little bit. I keep hearing that name
And
thrown
now we
around
right. And
by
it,
Rosenthal. So
which one?
Ken, Ken Rosenthal.
Yes, yes. Um, as of now, under the competitive balance tax, we have 64 million to spend to stay below that. That's pretty big. I think
It's
that's
big, and you know what? He hasn't spent any in the last couple of years. So
yeah.
I just heard some girl math that I was really in favor of. Like, if you didn't spend any of your money yesterday in your budget, then today you get double, right? Because you didn't
Mm.
spend yours yesterday. So they haven't spent in like 3 years. So I think triple that budget. Let's go have some fun. I'm just kidding. We can't do that, but um, in a perfect scenario, that'd be great. But yeah, I think let's let's open the pocketbook, Mr. Henry, and start spending some of the money. Less talk, more action. Let's go.
And just like you said, Ken Rosenthal did say that they think they're going to be big spenders. They're going to be involved in a trade market. I still think overall, are we ready to get hurt again? Is the symbol, and we need to make a shirt.
I
This
mean,
is what
I feel like as a woman in my 40s that I am always prepared for the worst possible scenario because
right.
that's what life's taught me. But you young kids, I don't know, you're really going to have to strap in because it could be another not full throttle moment because we haven't done it yet. I was just saying right before we started, like I need that the big one. I need something big, something substantial to make me think they're actually willing to do this.
Mm.
You talking about it's not getting me anything. So let's go.
I think Snell, Burns, and Fried are still in play there. Crochet, I think, is still in play there. But I
Yeah.
think I think overall, when you look at the expanding of the Japanese market, I really want, like I said, I want a Yamamoto, but I really want Roki Sasaki. If you talk about a
Yeah.
guy, he wants to play for the Red Sox too. He wants to be in that division. But here's the thing, though, too. Closer to home is in California, which I totally get. But man, how big of a win, especially how young he is and how much
Mm-hmm.
he throws freaking hard, and his ERA is so damn low for that type of league. I think overall this would be a perfect fit. If you give me him and fried, I'll be singing your praises with Crawford and Pavetta being gone. Bye bye. I'm good. I would be great just with fried and Sasaki. Is it realistic though? Sasaki, I don't know. It's hard. That's a hard deal right now.
It's a hard deal. And I mean, we don't have really that connection maybe perhaps the Dodgers have with someone like him, like being close and other teammates perhaps being thrown in that mix. But I think it'd be great. I mean, honestly, Nikki's gone. Thanks for the memories. Like, really, thanks for the memories. Um, bye. I know that's mean, but come on. Like, I want to
Oh,
go to
it's
the
funny.
playoffs. This is ridiculous.
I agree.
And yeah, I mean, sorry, but like, this is not a secret to anyone who knows me. I'm very Ricky Bobby about this. If you're not first, you're last. So let's go. Let's go. We gotta do it. Um, I don't know. I don't know.
I
I don't know. I don't think
I think Bieber would also be a great option too.
Bieber would
Bieber
be a great option.
for starting and relieving. I think that would be a good sixth person. Um, can I see it happening? It's
I,
very slim, but
yeah.
imagine Bieber and Soto, especially Soto. But I feel like that talks about just enough that everyone wants him in a Red Sox uniform. How big of a kick in the butt that would be the Yankees, but and just the whole league. But Bieber brings, I think he brings the kind of stability that the Red Sox need in starting pitching and relieving because I know Sasaki's just a pipe dream right now. But
Yeah. And I
overall,
think
I would love it.
we're so focused on starting pitching, right?
Hmm.
It's not the starting five that really gave us the problems. I mean, could it have been better? Of course it could have. I mean, everybody could say that, but it definitely could have for the Red Sox sake. It's the bullpen that killed you. It's the bullpen that you were just the second, Hauk or whoever, Bayo, they were out of the game. And I think I said this last week. I'm sitting there like you could break out the rosary and start praying it because you're just like, what is going to happen? You could not depend on anyone to close out the game. And yes, we had really a lot of fun with the whole Kenley girls, boys up, never down scenario. And that was great. But he clearly didn't want to be here. So um, there's that. But you've got to have the reliever. And I think that would be a really nice option for the Sox, is maybe bring him in as the reliever and continue to build your starting five. You got to build the bullpen too, because if you just have the same guys, it's not going to be great. You got to have something to like cushion that blow. You can't blow through your bullpen quite as much as we were last year.
And then the whole, Hendricks is clearly going to be the closer, which I'm totally okay with if he's healthy. But you also have the Red Sox protecting um, Garcia and Dobbins. Dobbins a reliever. Garcia
Mm-hmm.
is a outfielder, and then that would mean Fulmer, Castro, and Monego, and others would be left unprotected. But I think Garcia and Dobbins would help down the line. I wouldn't say immediately going into spring training, but that's just really good overall because I think you would want to give Tristan, uh, um, uh, I would give Campbell. Is it Tristan Campbell? Yeah, I would give Campbell the room, and I think he's Christian Campbell. I think he's ready, in my opinion. I think he's ready to go day one, even over Grissom. And I know people are still like, "Oh, I want Grissom. I want Grissom to be their number one second baseman." But since that's into play, I think I would even bring in Adams from Milwaukee
Mm-hmm.
and have it and have that be your second baseman, or even switch
Yeah.
Story back to second base. But
I said that last year and I got so much flack for it.
no, but that's what
Having
happened
Story at
though.
second. Yeah.
That's what happened though too.
I know he doesn't want to be there, but mostly his attitude in general wanted him to be like at second last year because he was so insistent that that wasn't where he needed to be. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Prime example of what you have played in the past does not foretell what you play in the present.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to Julian Edelman. He was quarterback at Kent State, did not play quarterback for the Patriots and ended up being one of the best players I think people my age have ever seen play. So embrace what we're telling you that you might have to play second. And I think that's going to help the ball club overall.
If
But you
they
also
do,
have to have the manager that's going to say, this is what's best for the team. And I think you could be fantastic at this. But that's just my opinion.
no, I agree. And I think the starting pitching, if they do what they say they're gonna do, I think even in the minor leagues, talking about the Wu
Yes.
Sox ups and downs, like they have Criswell, Fitz, Priester, Dobbins, and Penrod all waiting in the wings. Early's there.
Let's go.
Santalone is not too far behind. This is a much better situation than last year, even the
It's
year
so
before.
much better.
So there's still things that could still happen. Like even
Yeah.
if they go down, we can slap them right in. Because I'm so interested with Priester, Criswell, and Dobbins. I think those are going to be depth pieces in the future. But and then like um Steve from Section 10,
Yes.
shout out to him. He even said, and we've been saying this for a while, about Devers
Yeah.
eventually full-time DH. Then you can slide
I'm all for it. Yes.
Adams in if we get him. Maybe Story over there. One of the prospects that are coming up, get in there. So, like I said, I'm all for that, and that would mean trade Yoshida, which is to me I don't like, but I get it. It's a business decision.
It's a
And
business decision. What's going to get you to the next step? I think we all have to really start that mentality of what's going to
right,
get you there.
and then Brian Mata and Isaiah
Yeah.
Campbell stay down there. Stay down at the Wool Sox. Just stay there.
Yeah.
You're not. I don't want you here. I'm sorry. Not right now, at least. Campbell, I was more excited. Then when he got injured and came back, it was just a mess. But
Yes. Yeah.
overall,
But
stay down there for now.
like, nothing wrong with being down there. Build it up. Let's get to the right place. I mean, I think as much as I enjoy Bobby Dahlbeck, I think if they would have let him down there longer and not continuously put him in, I think we would have had a different outcome this year if he would have just stayed in the minors and really worked on that. I think he might have come up a little too soon. But I like Bobby Dahlbeck. So I don't know, it was fun for me as well, but like I felt so bad because he could not get a hit for the longest time. So
I
just
listen.
stay in the minors because in the minors he was great. Like, you're killing me. You're killing me.
This I'm just saying. I'm gonna put this out there.
Okay, there we go.
In that meeting with Juan Soto, they mentioned Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Super team with Devers coming in if Soto happens. That is the guy I have always wanted on my team. How crazy though would that be? What would this mean though for Casas? We all know we don't care, me and you. But that is something I'm interested in because then if we don't get an infielder, Devers is staying over there.
Right.
It's gonna be it's Casas will stay. Toss up between Campbell and Grissom. I know we're missing a couple more, but I think then you put Vlad at DH.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect scenario right there. That is, I mean, and they're friends outside of this too. And this is according to skippersview.com. So props, I'm just saying, props to Craig Breslow right now. Reading the market for Pavetta and the way it is with all of his different scenarios.
I'll say praise him now for
For
what
now, right.
I'm hoping happens. Did love,
Because
I don't know.
Abreu and Casas could be moved. Maybe. Duran, I can't see it right now. But
No.
but
Mm-hmm.
kudos for now. You're
Mm-hmm.
right. You're right. Kudos for now for reading the market. But we have a lot to work with if they say what they're going to say. But the Woo Sox are looking good. The Woo
Blue
Sox
Sox are
lineup
looking
is look.
great.
the Wu Sox lineup is looking good right now, and the potential of the Red Sox lineup looking up right now. And you wouldn't sign Cora, and even though we know how me and you feel about Cora, right? You wouldn't extend Cora if there wasn't a plan in place to go for it all right now.
And I don't think on both sides, right? I don't think you're going to offer it to him. And also, I don't think he takes it unless something was promised. I mean, there's just no way. I never
I
thought,
agree.
I'm
I agree.
100%
Yes.
on. Jared Carrabis had said this on the 10 as well, last season, that there is no chance any of us thought that was going to happen. And so there was definitely something. Now, we're never going to know what that was. And God forbid nothing happens this year, but just hoping, right? Like I had just texted this earlier to someone saying, if I could get a starter, a reliever, and Juan Soto, I don't think I could ever ask for anything more in my entire life. Like, that is
but
the
then
dream scenario right there. And I don't know. It just be so, I can't even fathom that happening with what we've dealt with. And I was really concerned. I'm sorry, I just keep talking, but I was really concerned with how they came so close last year, right? Mm-hmm. Honestly, they were just a few games out from making the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. And how hot we started, then we cooled off dramatically after the All-Star break.
In my trauma little mind, right? Like thinking,
drastically,
oh God, he's not going to spend any money because, we did so well.
No, he spended all the wrong money. To be fair, it didn't really work out for us. Jansen, in my personal opinion, was probably, and Priester was the only thing that was right. And you did trade York.
100%.
You traded York, and that's a little bit of a burner, but you kind of expected York to be traded at some point. You didn't think it was going to be for the guy we got back, but then again, Priester, the guy that we got back, could work out. He's young, a lot of promise, and I heard that he's going to be a starter there in Wu Sox eventually then coming up. But like I said, there's ups and downs. It's just beginning. There's always rumbles. But honestly, in Pedro, we trust. Pedro is like hopping that we're going to get Soto.
That was one of the best things I saw
with the Section 10 interview with Steve.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Steve. It was like, and I saved it actually. I was like, oh, this is the best thing ever. I'm going to save this.
I hope so. Oh my gosh,
it to happen, right? And then I think it was.
And that interview keeps going viral of him liking all the Red Sox players from that time when he was growing up. That was his favorite team, and the Mets. It was like him and the Red Sox and the Mets, but still.
Also, there's the video. I think Catherine Veritek's the one that took it. Shout out Kath, because I'll love you forever for taking the video of him at the wedding with Pedro and Tech. And you can tell he's like having the time of his life. So let's manifest this into happening. And I'm a huge listener of the 10. So I was, listening to it last week, and I was cracking up that there's this whole group of people who don't want him on the Red Sox because he's left-handed.
Dude,
that is the dumbest thing I have ever heard in my life. Do we absolutely need a left-handed batter? We do not. However, it's Juan Soto. I don't care. Yes, bring him on. Let's go.
These young guys.
You're absolutely wrong, people. You're wrong. I'm sorry.
Dude, you're right. Leslie, you're right. And not only that, like the prospects that we got coming up, the trade packages that we're going to be trading these people can also be right-handed as well. Like it's not the end of end of the world. Campbell, Montgomery eventually, like it's gonna be fine.
System. So and that was one of the other points as well, was like you have these pieces you can play with now, and so you might not even have to spend as much money as people think we're going to have to spend.
Oh, I agree with you. Oh, I 100% agree with you.
XYZ in the farm system. So,
and not only that, like Casas, Duran, and Abreu, unfortunately,
Casas, Duran, Abreu,
like they're left-handed people. They're all moving, and they're left-handed.
Yep.
Batting. So it's okay. Be quiet. Okay. It's just chill. It's fine. So. And if we don't get Soto, as long as he's out of our division, I'm okay with that too. As long as he's out of our division, then you go get Teoscar Hernandez.
Yeah.
And you trade Casas, and I'll be happy. I would be perfectly happy keeping Durant and Abreu. Seriously, I would love that. But
I love them both. I love Durant and
Costas,
Abreu.
I'm done. I've always been done. So
Yeah, I was
it's
done before he even came back last year. I was done the season before when he was like eating his little snackies and polishing his nails in the dugout. Pay attention to the game. I know you're not in right now, but that's
he is a character though that
you're
loves
not.
Boston,
He does love
and I
Boston. He
understand that.
loves the clubhouse, but I think
Yes,
he's
and he's a funny
also
guy. Yes, and I will be happy to be wrong if he proves this all
100%.
wrong. I will
Yeah.
admit it. But right now, you are done for me,
Like
in my
the
personal.
amount of flack I took because I said, you know what? You prove me wrong. You can do whatever you want. You prove me wrong, and you were on this because
Facts.
he was on the hot streak last when he came back, and he was doing really
Facts.
well. Could
Facts.
he have been doing better? Which was my point. Yes, he could have. And
Right.
I got, oh my gosh, you don't even know baseball, this, that, and the other. And I'm going, no, he's already on the decline. Like you're yelling at me over Twitter. I mean, big tough guy. And he's already on the downhill slope, which I could have
Right.
predicted because the man said 2 weeks ago when he was doing his rehab stint that it was like he was getting stabbed. So, like,
Facts.
of course, he's going to
He's gonna be
come out
fine.
hot and then taper down.
I
It's going to be
100%
fine.
agree with you. I
And it's not
100%
that I
agree with
don't
you.
like the kid. I mean, I think he's hilarious. Like him doing the commentary was one of the best things I've ever seen. I just I need to see what else there is. I mean, the grass could be greener, maybe not, but I'm willing to be wrong on this.
Is the grass greener? I don't know. Like I said, there, just like I said in the banner, a lot of ups and downs, talks and rumbles, but
Yeah.
we don't know what's gonna happen yet. But as in final thoughts, Leslie, before we wrap up, what do you got for me?
Oh, final thoughts. I really could stay focused on Juan Soto because there's so much chatter. There's so much chatter out there. Like, are we gonna get him? I mean, let's see. I have notes. So Ian Brown says that we're a sneaky contender. Love that. I don't. What's Fasan said about this? Because that's the interesting one. Pat
Yeah.
McAvoy at Sports Illustrated. They're definitely doing their due diligence to get him.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to happen? I don't know. Let's see. Hold on, because I have more. Ken Rosenthal. He wasn't sure. He wasn't sure that we were going to get him. And I mean, no one's sure 100%, but you could see that he wasn't going to fully commit to that theory yet. I don't know. Pedro I trust. Willing it and saying it makes it true. I think that's going to be great. I mean, I'm all on board, just like I was after game 2 of the season last year. I'm bought all in. So please, Craig, Mr. Henry, don't let us down. We can't handle it.
That
We
is
can't handle
that's
it.
this is Leslie Ramble fashion. If anybody doesn't know, I've been watching the show. Thank you for watching the show and
Yeah,
always keeping up with our rambles. But that is a classic Leslie Ramble. Just begging.
please,
She's just
please.
begging. She's
Yes,
begging. She's
have to
begging.
beg. I'm begging at this point. It's what I have left. It's what I have left for my socks.
For me, my final thoughts is make a move. That's all I want, just to get me back into like I love everything we're doing though. I love everything we're doing. I am very positive about the Red Sox. I really am. It's just
Yeah.
I'm ready to get hurt again though. Just like everything else happening since last year. But I think right now I'm more positive now than I've been in the last 5 years with the Red Sox. So
Optimistically so, right? Like I'm
exactly.
optimistically
Even making the
cautious.
playoffs when Kike
Yeah.
was here and then Bogarts, but still, it was like still something was missing throughout all
Mm-hmm.
that. And I think right now, I think we have this is. I mean, listen, I keep saying this. I'm back to Heim Bloom. Heim Bloom did an incredible job getting all these young guys. Him and his team were fantastic. He made a lot of moves that were questionable, but the young core, this is the best young core I've seen in a very long time, and the
I
potential we have with that. Seriously, it's I'm
I don't
I'm so
disagree with you
happy.
on the young part. It's the trades he made that make me not like him.
But did it come from higher upper than him though? Is where I'm more looking at Henry.
I don't care who it came from, quite frankly. I'm gonna be
You're
mad about
still
that
mad. Okay, gotcha. But
forever.
just don't do business with the Cardinals then. Um. So, but no. Overall, I
I
I
don't
I
plan on
want to
it.
move. Right. Yes, we know. Just I want to make a move eventually. My final thoughts is I want to make a move eventually. Continue to follow us on all the latest. We are always here every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central Time.
I
Leslie,
will say that if there's breaking news, that we'll probably hop on and give a little update. But
yeah,
other
it
than
could be
that, just
midnight.
stay
It could
stay
it could be
tuned.
midnight.
Stay
It could be
tuned.
midnight. Could be midnight. Who knows? 1 a.m. We'll see. But Leslie, salute. Salute.
Salute.
All right, everyone, have a great night. Tune in next week. We'll see you later. Go Red Sox, and we love that dirty water. Peace.